In the afternoon of the very same day that I put the magic finger on the Gregg family, Mr. Gregg and Philip and William went out hunting once again. This time, they were going after wild ducks, so they headed towards the lake. In the first hour, they got 10 birds. In the next hour, they got another 6.
"What a day!" cried
Mr. Gregg.
"This is the best yet!"
He said, besides himself with joy. Just then, 4 more wild ducks flew over their heads. They were flying very low. They were easy to hit. Bang, 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 bang went the guns. The ducks flew on.
"We missed,"
said Mr. Gregg.
"That's funny."
Then, to everyone's surprise, the 4 ducks turned around and came flying right back into the guns.
"Hey,"
said Mr. Gregg.
"what on earth are they doing? They are really asking for it this time."
He shot at them all at them again. So did the boys, and again they all missed. Mr. Gregg got very red in the face.
"It's the light,"
he said.
"It's getting too dark to see. Let's go home."
So they started for home, carrying with them the 16 birds they had shot before. But the 4 ducks would not leave them alone. They had now begun flying around and around the hunt as they walked away. Mr. Gregg did not like that one bit.
"Be off!" he cried.
And he shot at them many more times. But it was no good. He simply could not hit them. All the way home, 4 ducks flew around in the sky above their heads, and nothing would make them go away. Late that night, after Philip and William had gone to bed, Mr. Gregg went outside to get some wood for the fire. He was crossing the yard when all at once he heard the call of a wild duck in the sky. He stopped and looked up. The night was very still. There was the thin yellow moon over the trees on the hill, and the sky was filled with stars. Then Mr. Gregg heard the noise of wings flying low over his head, and he saw the 4 ducks, dark against the night sky, flying very close together. They were going around and around the house. Mr. Gregg forgot about the firewood and hurried back indoors. He was now quite afraid. He did not like what was going on, but he said nothing about it to Mrs. Gregg. All he said was,
"Come on, let's go to bed. I feel tired."
So they went to bed and to sleep. When the morning came, Mr. Gregg was the first to wake up. He opened his eyes. He was about to put out a hand for his watch to see the time, but his hand wouldn't come out.
"That's funny,"
He said.
Where is my hand?"
He lay still, wondering what was. Maybe he had hurt that hand in some way. He tried the other hand. That wouldn't come out either. He sat up. Then, for the first time, he saw what looked like. He gave a yell and jumped out of bed. Miss Gregg woke up, and when she saw Mr. Gregg standing there on the floor, she gave a yell too, for he was now a tiny little man. He was maybe as tall as the seat of a chair, but no taller. And where his arms had been, he had a pair of duck's wings instead.